What would the career of a 0 overall X-Factor quarterback look like in Madden 23? I think there's a few steps we can take to maximize success. First, we start with a perfect team. We then need to bring in a quarterback guru to maximize his talents. We'll make sure to max out the talent trees in the quarterback-specific upgrades. The next step is to land as many quarterbacks that have the mentorship player tag, which will allow us and give us a little bit of a boost every single week to increase our quarterback's XP. And now I think the groundwork has been set so that we can unleash upon the NFL world the man, the myth, the legend, Percy Poopkins. So for year one, we're clearly going to have him be one of our 6 players that gets the focus training. This is where we're going to maximize having all of those QB mentors on the roster. As you can see, Mr. Poopkins is getting the drill XP, which is 115. He's getting a huge amount of bonus XP with 554 plus his 300 focus XP. At the end of his first training camp, we only got 1 skill point earned, which I'm going to say is just a slight concern. But we're able to spend this upgrade right away. We go from 12 overall up to a 15 overall with a really nice +2 throw power in there. Oh yeah, we're looking good now. We are looking good. The beginning of a new era, it was only right to rock the creamsicles in one of the greatest regular season debuts a rookie has ever had. This was a rivalry game. This is a game that most fans are sick and tired of the Saints and their Saint fans, and it was outstanding. Back to the regular scheduled content. I mean, he did it all. You would say with the worst athletic measurements maybe ever in the NFL. He won't be able to scramble. He hits the John Cena, you can't see me. That is how much of a mobile athlete. He says he elusiveness. He hits the darts to the freaking running backs if he needs to. Yes, he's using every bit of that 54 throw power, but this game here was an absolute clinic, an insane grab by Mike Evans. I had to include that's one of the best one-handed catches I've actually seen. Maybe that's because we got the arcade. But look at that! And he stunts in their face! And in closing, after this debut, Dennis Allen went on record. He's been in the NFL a long time as a defensive coordinator. Said it was the single most impressive rookie game he has ever seen. The legend of Percy Poopkins has begun. And coming off of one of the best debuts in NFL history for a rookie quarterback, we got 2 upgrade points. Clearly, we got to keep funneling this into strong arm. That's the skill set we want from our quarterback. Plus, we definitely want the baseline of like the highest chance, the highest probability to roll a throw power increase for Percy Poopkins. we actually got a win with like a 17 overall quarterback, 29-13, week 7 over Seattle. Gotta see, man, what did the QB actually do in this one? What kind of performance? Look at that! Look, Shim! We got 8 upgrades after that big victory. He's feeling himself now. So we're at the bye week, and we actually got 2 more wins over the Bears and Titans. And Percy Poopkins is 3rd in the NFL in passing yards. Has a decent amount of touchdowns to go with that as well. Oh, man. Look at that. He's up there in the top 3. Percy's X Factor got unveiled. We can finally modify it. We're going to give him dots. I feel like that's probably best for his style of play. And at the midseason point, we have another 7 skill points to upgrade his rating. At the end of year 1, Poopkins finds out it's tougher to replace Tom Brady than you would have expected, but we still 5-12. I think that's well above expectations. Finishes a top 3 passer in the NFL. 3rd in yards, top 10 in touchdowns. Who said that someone off the street? Okay, yes, 40 interceptions is goddamn awful. But everything else, S tier. A great way to end the year. 13 skill points to work with for upgrades. And that's not that bad for a 12 overall quarterback once upon a time, going 6 in Offensive Rookie of the Year voting. Ahead of year 2 after our second training camp, we are going to be a beloved. It's like the base point of what you want to see for a player. These guys technically do exist sometimes in the draft. We are now gone from the worst possible player we could make to, in one season, a 50 overall, the worst possible draft prospect that I've ever seen. So congrats to him. Halfway into year 2, haven't found the same success that we had in year 1, but it only takes a win or two to get the ball rolling. We're still top 10 in passing touchdowns. And we have a nice upgrade of 11 skill points here at the midway point. And with that, we're up to a 60 overall with an insane 97 medium accuracy. 85 short is ridiculous enough. And just for full disclosure, we're running on default XP sliders. Yes, we may be taking a slight loophole for a couple hundred extra XP every single week by having the mentors on the roster at the quarterback spot. But other than that, I'm actually shocked at how fast he's developing. So at the end of year 2, we're kind of roasting our team. Slow start, but look at how we finished, man. And most of our wins, over 35 points scored on offense. We finished with an 8-9 record. As you can see, second in the passing leaders, Mr. Poopkins. Oh my God. 5,200 passing yards, 43 touchdowns for a 60 overall. And still these cowards couldn't put him on the MVP shortlist. We were able to crack the top 10 for the quarterbacks in the NFC. I was kind of like, wait, I didn't want to see. I was assuming he had like 40 interceptions again. Only 19. He's putting it together. At the conclusion of year 2, we got another 13 skill points to pump into Poopkins. And we're still getting big-time skill points from the preseason, from training camp. Percy Poopkins going into year 3. We only have 4 QBs on our roster that have... We're just running out of potential... I don't know why it does that glitch anyways. We're running out of quarterbacks that have the mentor tag, so we only currently have 4. We've been rocking with 5 for pretty much his whole career. We're down to 4. We have Dalton, Matt Barkley, Andy Dalton, and Mike Glennon. Those are our 4, but those are our 4 nucleus that are helping continue to bring Perkins to the elite level. Let's see what he can do here in year 3. Now that he's like a somewhat okay quarterback, let's just up it up a little bit. Let's see what happens. They were saying Poop can't cook on a harder difficulty. He's been spoon-fed in this system, in this scheme. So he said, all right, bet. Let's see what the best this league has to offer, and it's the same result. We had maybe a little bit more hiccups, if you will. Some of it was on our teammates not balling out, not stepping up when they needed to. But this game, all eyes were on Poop, and he was sensational when he needed to be. But in classic Poop fashion, when you poop good, he's good. And when he poops hard, he poops hard. And the goods were good and the bads were bads. We got him into field goal range to take the lead. It's on the defense. Suck it, Matt Rule. You know what just happened, bud? You got pooped on. At the end of year 3, absolutely eating 12-5, an NFC South title, another top 10 passing offense for Mr. Poopkins, where, we did well. 6th in yards, 3rd in touchdowns, and the interceptions aren't too bad. While we kick our feet up for our first round bye, we have another 10 upgrade points for our beloved quarterback. That's what it is. And after all those upgrades, we are up to an 83 overall. 99 deep accuracy, 99 mid accuracy, 99 short accuracy, 99 awareness, 97 play action, 99 under pressure, 99 break sack, 54 throw power. Our first playoff game is a divisional matchup against the 10-7 Carolina Panthers. And while it's not the result we wanted, it was close. Wasn't like we got the doors beaten off. It would have been nice if it was a 1 seed to not be one and done. But knowing that we have a quarterback with 54 throw power, we'll build off this. At the end of his 4th preseason, we're only getting 1 point now, so you definitely think he's getting to that threshold of like, we're not going to see these massive double-digit skill point upgrades. But man, we just got to figure out a way to get that throw power off 54. Every time I try to spend a point in the strong arm archetype, I get some sort of like glitch. I don't know exactly why that is happening, but obviously that's 54 throw power. Not good. It's kind of what's holding him back. And even with that, he's still the number 14th ranked quarterback in the league going into this season. Oh no. I really don't want Poopkins outside of this scheme, outside of this system, but there's very little interest in him coming back. So we'll throw everything at him to keep him here, because I truly think, hey, you could make a generous donation to Friends University if you sign this contract. But I just feel like he's not going to be successful elsewhere. So we had to do everything to make sure we retained him here in Tampa Bay, and we got him for 7 seasons. After signing that contract, we're about the midway point of the season. We got 2 more skill points that we can spend here. Dude, here's what I'm seeing, though. Look, not enough skill points to purchase this bucket. I don't know why it's doing that. It's only letting us invest in either improviser or scrambler. And we just look, what? Can we just not upgrade our quarterback? It must be just because he's 99 in all like these stats where like there's just nowhere for it to go, and it's not going to let us just spend that upgrade and get throw power every single time. But like we might have like this might be it in terms of development. We can't go any higher. So the highest rating, like, can we even auto spend? I don't even think it'll let us auto spend it. Of a 0 overall and a 0 overall, and Madden's a 12 overall, I think their ceiling, I don't know if they can go higher than an 85. What we are right now could be the ceiling of Poop, which sucks. I mean, come on, I want to get him better than this. There's still a lot of room to grow. Maybe it's not believable to, it's the athletic sides of things, right? Maybe he's always going to be a limited ceiling to how high his throw power can be, how fast he can be, how athletic he can be. But it's Madden. Come on, let me spend these points. Year 4, we get no playoffs. 10-7, second best passer in the NFL. No playoffs. 3-way logjam. Very competitive NFC South. But focusing on the career of the man, the myth, the legend, Percy Poopkins. 2nd in yards, 9th in touchdowns. And the interceptions are coming down to a certain extent. But it definitely sucks that we have 6 points. And like we're just at his ceiling. There's no, we didn't get any additional wiggle room at the end of the year to spend these points. So, we're at his ceiling. And I guess, the only way we're going to be able to go higher is get that morale up to like a +4, +5. I think it's the highest it goes. So, I don't know. We'll just keep on out. Now, I think Super Bowl, let's try to make a Super Bowl. 85, we are same record again. Uber competitive NFC South. But at least this year we made the playoffs. And we got to take on the Seattle Seahawks in the wildcard round. 13 wins for Seattle. They're a tough opponent. Look at that. Poopkins, elite yet again. The most accurate quarterback in the league, some may say. 5,400 yards, 44 touchdowns. Those interceptions are cutting down. I mean, if there's actually something to take from this video, it shows you how ridiculous the playbooks are and how playbooks are valued over talent. But then again, it's also super cool that we can do something like this where you can see someone like Poopkins become elite. So we handle Seattle Seahawks in the wildcard round. Here in year 5, divisional round, we get the New York Giants, and we are on a win streak, and we are 1 win away over the Commanders of making a Super Bowl appearance. I mean, we're not too far along that they're going to have a drastically different roster. Jonathan Allen's their top dog. They're just well-rounded. Not an elite offense, not an elite defense, just solid on both sides of the ball. They got remote run. Hey, coach, a lot of experience, and we handle them 33-21 to punch our ticket to the Super Bowl, where we take on the cheat code from the AFC in Kansas City, going up against the cheat code of the NFC in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's Poopkins, it's Mahomes, it's the Super Bowl at home in Tampa. Let's get it. You cowards, show Poopkins by the trophy. I want to see Poopkins. They don't let him near it. He'd steal it. He would steal the trophy. They said Poopkins can't go within 500 feet of that trophy till the end of the game. Brutal. All right, the battle of the overpowered offense. This is probably a game we might hop in at some point. But also, I mean, it could get out of hand. Hopefully not. Hopefully our quarterback that can't be upgraded because we've broken this sim is going to be good enough to keep us in this matchup. Oh, looking pretty good here. We'll come in on this third down. Third and goal on the 3. I think this is Poopkins territory. Let's throw it. Kate Otten. Probably could run it. Oh, absolutely. We're going to audible to a run. Let's go. Let's go, Poop. Poop. They're just terrified of Poopkins. Free touchdown. Tied up. And then that's just because that's what the Chiefs do, man. They just get instant touchdowns. Down 10. Oh, there's another instant touchdown. Kansas City, man. This is a good learning experience for Poopkins. I think he's going to be better for this. He might not be over yet. We guys use that 54 arm power. Oh my God, like you can't get enough. You just can't get enough under it. All right, man, this is gonna motivate him. This is gonna be the turning point, because at this point he can't get any better. He has reached his ceiling. So now it's gonna be the pursuit of a Super Bowl. It's gonna motivate Percy Poopkins going forward. He never wants to feel like this again. He feels so shitty. So I went ahead and simmed 5 years into the future just because all we're doing right now is chasing a Super Bowl. He still can't go up any overall points. We're just banking them here at 20. And we, in this 5-year span, I'm going to show you all the stats. We have been one and done 3 times out of those 5 years. And the same team has knocked us out of the playoffs the same time all 3 years. And it's the goddamn Carolina Panthers. This is the 3rd time they have beat us in the wild card round. First in yards, first in touchdowns, at the most important position, and we're still the 4th best. The league hates Poopkins. Poopkins still amazing. Taking a look at his stats, where he stands now. 9 years in the league, 52,000 passing yards, 413 touchdowns to 153 interceptions, and we've been putting up stellar seasons. Stellar campaigns, an utter robbery of an MVP last season. But I mean, he's just pretty much at this point, copy and paste 35 plus touchdowns. Last 2 years, nearly identical. I don't know how we're going to solve this puzzle of beating the Panthers and going on and winning a Super Bowl. Our contract is up with Poopkins here in year 11. However, I think like right now we're chasing Super Bowl. It might not be attainable. And look, we can't even offer him a contract extension. Poopkins. No. We're going to have to work this out. We're going to have to figure out a way to make this work. And we got no playoffs on top of no contract as it stands for Mr. Poopkins. Still playing at a very high level. 5,500 yards, 44 touchdowns, 2nd and 3rd in the NFL respectively. But we're like I'm in an online franchise, not like I'm in an offline franchise, and I can get a little crazy. I can just take over what team he ends up jumping to. I think it's valuable for him to stay here in Tampa, because while we're chasing that Super Bowl, we're also chasing GOAT status. If we could start with the worst quarterback you possibly can, obviously went to a very generous team, and still end up making him like the most touchdowns all time, I feel like that's something also I want to try to attain, as long as Poopkins doesn't surprisingly retire early. So making sure we find a way to keep him here in Tampa this offseason is top priority. So we got our influx of cash in the offseason, a couple of retirements here or there, which now makes it attainable to get Poopkins tied down for another 5 seasons. Hopefully we don't go another 5 seasons without a legit shot at a Super Bowl. All right, fast forward a couple of years. We are now in year 14 where we were dominant. We are back on top. We've had a couple of stellar drafts and able to kind of build the team back up. It was down. We were down bad. There was almost 4 years, no playoffs. But we were able to get an X-Factor wide receiver in Von Freeman. I signed an X-Factor left tackle. Not often you see that. Not many names you're probably going to remember. I don't even know if we have any real players left still at this spot. I mean, we're in 2036. But, you know, this might be our best shot. We are now standing in front of the Detroit Lions here in the NFC Championship game. Winner goes to the Super Bowl, and that's really one of our big goals. It's not the biggest goals. We handled Detroit very close, 20-17, punching our ticket to the Super Bowl against the Jacksonville Jaguars. But, like, we've always been reserved to the fact that Percy Poopkins is very much a I in team type guy, you know? Like, he's like, I might not win a Super Bowl. I'm just going to be the greatest quarterback of all time statistically. But an opportunity to put a Super Bowl title on that is too much to pass up. So here in 2036, year 14 of his career, we are in the Super Bowl. 13-4 Bucks, 10-7 Jags. Let's get it. The last time we went to the Super Bowl, it was against the cheat code Kansas City Chiefs. And it was too much for us to handle. This time, it's against the Jags. Jags are good, but they're not Chiefs good. I feel like we have a much better chance. I'm a lot more optimistic about this one. But, I mean, maybe Poopkins he's not that guy, man. He's never going to be a play. He's like Peyton Manning before he figured it out late in his career. Just a regular season quarterback. No one doubts him. You know, that 54 throw power really comes back to bite him in the ass here in the playoffs. We are down 10. We need a hellacious drive here. We'll pop in 4th and 2. Maybe get a little shot play here. We'll go stick. Where's Freeman? That's the guy I want to get it to. Our X factor, the speed. But that's the issue. 54, I don't really have, like, the long bombs. Come on, 69. Come on, 6'9". He throws with anticipation. That's all he has. And Poopkins can't find the receiver. There's a turnover on downs. And I think this might be, unless we get a stop here. Oh, we got a chance. 4th and 5. A chance to get a 1-point lead in the Super Bowl. But the big thing is usually when we do play the moments, I can take a shot play. We do not have the arm power to hit that. No, he got hit. No! Fuck! Come on, man. Let me give me something here. 0-2 in the Super Bowl, man. Brutal. And a breaking announcement, Percy Poopkins has come out and said year 15 will be his final year in the NFL. He respects the game too much to play beyond his prime. He's got the bag more than enough times. He just wants a Super Bowl. Last year was crushing against the Jags. That was his opportunity. He said he's down to run it back for one more season before he rides off into the sunset. Let's give him a Super Bowl. And for his final regular season in the NFL, Poopkins has the #1 passing offense, the #1 overall offense, 13-4, #1 seed in the NFC, and finishes this season as the leading passer. We still have also not got an MVP award. This might be our closest. I mean, we got robbed back in year 9, where he was first in yards, first in touchdowns, and we made the playoffs. This is probably our second best year. He's playing the best football. They just won't give it to him. There's a reason why at year 15 he says he's checking out. The league, even though he wants to play, he wants to go down as GOAT, the league does not want him to become the MVP. They don't like the fact that overall, all time, he's just sitting on the outside. 80,000 yards. They don't like that all time for passing touchdowns. He's within the top 5. And if he wanted to play another 2-3 seasons, he would surpass their golden boy, the ref's favorite player in the NFL, in Patrick Mahomes. But he said, year 15, I got to get out of this league. I'm going to become a podcaster or some shit like that. So we are going to have to do everything in our power to go on a run, starting in the divisional round against the team that's beat us and knocked us out of the playoffs 3 times in this rebuild, the Carolina Panthers. It's all about the legacy for Percy Poopkins. Just run this one, man. We're a better team. It's close, actually. We're a better team. We're an 89 overall. They're an 88 overall. And we are able, in an absolute shootout over the Carolina Panthers, a team that always plays us tough, a team that's absolutely our arch rivals in this matchup. It took a 5-bomb from Poopkins to get this team back in the NFC Championship game. And who are we taking on in the playoffs? We got the 2 seeds, the 2 best teams in the NFC. The 1 seed Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the 2 seed Green Bay Packers. We are a better squad. They are at 86, we are at 89, and we handle business 28-14, setting up a Super Bowl matchup. We get a good roll. It's not one of the cheesier teams. They're good, but not cheesy. I will take a Baltimore Ravens standing between us and a Super Bowl every day of the week, especially with them only being an 84 overall. Let's go, Poopkins! They let him near the trophy. It is a sign. It is an absolute sign. All right, we got started not the best here. Come on. Let me have this. Oh my God, I don't even think we've been over their 50. No. The league has it up for us, man. The refs just move them down the field. It's nothing but penalties. It's fine, man. No one wanted us to be here. No one expected us to be here with old Poop. And at the end of the day, man, I'm so proud of Poop. Did what it did, man. 3 Super Bowl. Look, they don't even have numbers on their jerseys. That's why they didn't. That's what the refs didn't call their numbers a single time. We got hosed by the refs. Poopkins did what he had to do, going out in a blaze of glory. 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and his 3rd Super Bowl loss. Brutal. But there you go, fella. I mean, we could probably keep on keeping on. I feel like, we just did a career mode, which if you missed it, go check it out. We did a career mode of Bryce Young and what that's going to look like. A full career. He ended up playing when he was 40, and we broke all the records. So I feel like we might have a chance to do it with Poopkins here as well. I didn't want to just rinse and repeat, especially the late end game, which is pretty much the exact same. We know on this trajectory, if we would have kept up with Poop, he would have been the all-time leading passer, the all-time in touchdowns, every single stat imaginable. He is doing what, so many don't do. He's going to get out on top. He's going to get out with, a clean bill of health and go down as one of the greatest what-if, amazing movie-type stories of all time. He starts as a 0 overall player and ends up being the best, most productive passer of his era. Super Bowl eluded him. It's frustrating we can never get that throw power up, huh? At no point could we have affected his athleticism. But it was fun, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, you want to see stuff like this in the future, if any suggestions kind of fall in line with this, let me know in the comment section below. All I ask for in return is a like. Likes help with the YouTube robots. And we're trying to, it's the down period right now. I'm trying anything and everything to get the channel popping off a little bit. I think this was a fun video. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. And subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys back here on the next one. Till then, it's your boy C4 saying peace out. Love ya. Have a good one.